What if everything you've been told about failure is wrong? What if failure is not the opposite of success, but the very thing that creates it? Think about the most successful people you know. They didn't succeed because they avoided failure. They succeeded because they went through it again and again. So the real question is not, why do we fail? The real question is, why does failure actually increase your chances of success? Let's understand this psychologically. Failure feels painful. It feels like rejection, like embarrassment, like you're not good enough. And your brain treats it exactly like that. To your brain, failure is a threat. It activates the same emotional response as danger. That's why your heart beats faster. Why you overthink. Why you want to avoid trying again. But here's the truth most people never realize. Failure is not danger. Failure is data. Every time you fail, your brain collects information. It studies what went wrong. It compares expectations with reality. And that gap is where growth begins. Without failure, there is no feedback. Without feedback, there is no improvement. You cannot improve something. You never test. And failure is the ultimate test. Now let's go deeper. Every time you fail, something powerful happens inside your brain. Your brain starts to rewire itself. This process is called neuroplasticity. It means your brain is constantly changing, adapting, learning. When something doesn't work, your brain looks for alternatives. It builds new pathways. It strengthens connections. So every failure is not just an event, it's a physical change happening inside your brain. That's why people who fail more often become smarter in their approach. They don't just try harder, they try better. Now think about fear. Why do people avoid failure? Because they're afraid of how it feels. But here's something interesting. The first failure hurts the most. The second one hurts less. The third one, it starts becoming normal. This is called exposure. The more you experience something, the less power it has over you. Failure slowly reduces fear. Your brain starts realizing, I've been through this before, and I survived. And that changes everything, because once fear goes down, action goes up, and success is simply a result of taking more action than others. Now let's talk about skills. Most people think success comes from talent, but psychology shows something different. Success comes from repeated improvement, and failure is what shows you where to improve. Every failure highlights a weakness. Maybe your strategy was wrong. Maybe your timing was off. Maybe your execution wasn't strong enough. But now you know, and once you know, you can fix it. Without failure, your weaknesses stay hidden, and hidden weaknesses are dangerous because they stop you without you even realizing why. Failure exposes the truth, and truth leads to growth. Now let's talk about confidence. Most people believe confidence comes from winning. But real confidence is built differently. Real confidence comes from surviving failure. Because now you don't just believe you can succeed. You know you can handle failure, and that creates something powerful. Fearless action. When you're not afraid to fail, you take more risks. You try more things. You push your limits. And that dramatically increases your chances of success. Now here's something most people ignore. Failure gives you an advantage because most people avoid it. Think about it. If 90% of people are too afraid to fail, they never even try. That means less competition for those who do. If you embrace failure, you automatically enter a smaller group of people. People who are improving, people who are learning, people who are growing. And over time, that gap becomes huge. Now let's look at real life. Every successful person has a story of failure. Not just one failure, but many. They failed. They adjusted. They failed again. And they improved. That cycle is the secret. Not luck, not talent, not shortcuts, but repetition through failure. Now here's the biggest shift you need to make. Stop seeing failure as the end. Start seeing it as part of the process. Because success is not a straight line. It's a pattern. Try, fail, learn, adjust, repeat. The faster you go through this cycle, the faster you succeed. Most people get stuck after one failure. They stop. They doubt themselves. They quit too early. But the truth is, they were closer than they thought, because every failure brings you one step closer, even if it doesn't feel like it. Now imagine two people. One avoids failure, the other embraces it. The first person plays safe, the second person takes action. After a year, who do you think improves more? Who gains more experience? Who builds more confidence? The answer is obvious. Success is not about avoiding mistakes, it's about making better ones. And you can only make better mistakes by making more of them. Now let's simplify everything. Failure increases success chances because it gives feedback. It rewires your brain, it reduces fear, it builds skills, it strengthens confidence, and it creates opportunities. So the next time you fail, don't see it as a loss, see it as progress, because every failure is doing something for you, even if you don't see it yet. And if you keep going, if you keep learning, if you keep adjusting, success is not a possibility. It becomes inevitable. Failure is not your enemy. It's your advantage. Use it.